So I'll just submit as is, and we'll see how game 2 goes. This hand is a bit riskier with its high casting cost, but I think I'll be fine. Even Fleetwing seems pretty good against him, so I'm not going to mulligan. Okay, Gold Metal Harrier, and that made the draw quite a bit better. So I can hopefully curve out here, go in Ashmouth Hound. Let's see what he plays on turn 2. Okay, suspends the Ivory Giant. Yep, the play here is just to run out the mountain, play the Ashmouth Hound, and say go. Next turn, I think I'm going to play out the Halimar Depths. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to play out the Halimar Depth now, and I'll decide whether or not I want to attack. Okay, so 3 pretty good cards. I think I definitely want the Stitch Drake the least, and probably go with drawing the Geist Flame next turn. Yeah, I'll definitely attack here, offer to trade. And he doesn't go for it. So let's see what he opts to do here. He's going to just attack with the Silver Chase Fox. And I will draw my Geist Flame. See if he taps my guy down. Undoubtedly he does. And now here I could play Azure Drake, which seems better than Aven Fleetwing. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. And Aven Fleetwing also blocks this Ivory Giant, which is worth taking note of. Okay, is he going to... Well, I've already seen the mutagenic growth, but I think it's still worth trading here. Yep. So I traded my Azure Drake for his 2 life and a card, which I'm completely fine with. Here I draw my Warspike Changeling. So let's go to attack. He taps my guy down, and I play my Changeling. And now if he goes to attack, I am not going to block in case he has another mutagenic growth. Okay, he does not. So here I'm going to move to attack, see if at all he taps down. He taps my Changeling. Okay, that's going to work out pretty good, because now I'll offer to trade here. Okay, so he does decide to trade. And now here I have the option to play Stitch Drake as another blocker, which I think is going to be my play, or I could just pass Pestermite to untap the Changeling but he could just tap it right back down. So here, I'm going to play the Stitch Drake, and I'll also play my Geist Flame so he can't tap me down, though his Ivory Giant's going to tap me down anyway. Now he's got 5 cards in hand, I've got 4, and he is beating me in life total by a couple. For now at least. Okay, and he pacifies my Stitch Drake. And here's Porcelain Legionnaire. So now I could either play out the Fleetwing and just try and race, which is probably going to be my best bet at this point, or I could play out the Legionnaire. I think I'm just going to go to attack. He goes to 13, and I will play out my forecasting cost. Hexproof guy. Okay, so he gets in for his 3, I'll go to 11. And he plays a Razor Golem. Okay. Now here I could play Pilgrim's Eye. Well, either way. I could play Pilgrim's Eye and then play Porcelain Legionnaire, but that doesn't give me enough mana to double block. I think I have to do that though. I'll fetch out my forest and play my forest. And now see, I could bluff here by attacking with the Changeling, but I'm not going to. Instead, I'm just going to cast him for 2 life. That's going to put me at a pretty dangerously low level. I'm going to chump block with Pilgrim's Eye. Let's see what he plays here. Nothing yet. Now next turn I'm going to have the option of playing Muldrifter and assuming that I can draw a land in the next 5 turns, or 3 draws, I can hopefully, if it's a mountain at least, give my guy first strike. Let's see, Fate's Fetters. Okay, so he gains 4 life and I can't attack or block. Okay, that's not the best. And here, because he just did that, I think I'm going to double block. Now that I don't have any great setup situations. And I keep my Pilgrim's Eye around. Okay, now Galvanic Blast. I have 2 artifacts out of the 3 that I need to turn on Metalcraft, and that would kill this guy. So here, because of that, I'm just going to attack my Pilgrim's Eye, I believe, but I will just cast my Muldrifter just to make sure. Okay. And now I have the choice between, well, yeah. Here I'm just going to chump with my Muldrifter. Then I can play the Fangren Marauder, and then I can get pretty deep as far as, letting my Pilgrim's Eye die. Okay, and he plays a Fleetwing of his own. Okay, Spawning Breath. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and attack with my Pilgrim's Eye and save my Fleetwing to block. Or I guess I'll just not attack at all. Now I'm going to start to put in, quite a decent amount of pressure on him with my 5/5 Fangren Marauder. Okay, so he's got draw a card with Vigilance now. He does not attack. Okay. Now I've got a Moon Heron. I think the play here is just to attack with my Fleetwing and my Fangren Marauder. Maybe I'll even attack with the Pilgrim's Eye. And now if he decides to double block without pumping, obviously I kill the Fleetwing and put 3 damage on the Ivory Giant. Okay, he's letting everything go through? That's interesting. So I'm going to play out my Moon Heron. And now I have the Pestermite to untap all my creatures. Let's see if he can do much of anything about that. If I needed to, I could always, Spawning Breath, the Porcelain Legionnaire, or the Pilgrim's Eye. Okay, put some soldier tokens on the battlefield and retrace. What is retrace? He can cast it by discarding a land, as well as paying for. Okay, that's fine. As long as I can get 1 damage in this next turn, which by playing Pestermite I will be able to. Okay. Yeah, so I should have this game locked up. Can't imagine he attacks here. Okay, he is attacking. So I'm going to play my Pestermite and untap my Fangren Marauder. And block here. So now all I need to do is get in for a little bit of damage and finish him off with burn if need be. Okay, so there's the match, winning 2 games. And that gets me 3 match points. It gets Leonard 1 match point, and so we'll kind of keep those standings for the rest of the month, and whoever gets in the top 3 will get 70% of the pool. So I'm off to a pretty good start. I appreciate you guys watching, and hopefully it's enticed you enough to join the league.